Hello and welcome to Glas-Denbury Festival 2019. We are here with Ocean City Radio. Looking forward to a great day today. The weather is beautiful, the sun's shining. A few campers out nice and early. As you can probably hear in the background, you may not be able to hear it, but there's a bit of music going on already at this early time. I think it's just around midday. Looking forward to hopping in there, hopefully interviewing some performers as well and enjoying the day.
Hi, I'm at the Glastonbury Festival with Jess McAllister. Jess, tell me a little bit about your set. It was great, real mix of type of music and influences I can see. How do you feel it went?
I feel it went well. I enjoyed it. I was very sweaty, and that's the only thing I can think about at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah, well the thing is you had
so
it
so hot in there.
well, you managed to get through it all, which is the main thing.
Thank
I think
you.
so. Where's your music influences from, would you say?
I don't know. I have about a million influences.
Yeah.
I love folk music.
Yeah.
I grew up listening to Bob Dylan and also like Pink Floyd and
Yeah, sure.
stuff like that. The Cranberries. I love at the moment. What am I listening to at the moment? I'm loving This Is the Kit and Jessica Hoop. Yeah, I know a couple of the organisers and they seem like really amazing people.
Yeah.
And so I get the vibe that this is just a really beautiful, friendly, inclusive, amazing affair.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I'm staying over and everything.
Great. I mean, I know you've been working with Radio. Is it Radio 6 on their station with some of your promoting some of your music? Is that right?
I have previously been played on Radio 6,
Okay.
but yeah, I actually have my own radio show on Phonic FM in Exeter as well.
Oh, do you?
Which
Okay.
is, yeah,
Okay.
which is pretty cool. It's called The Honey Pot.
Ah, okay. So I'll look out for that. But
yeah.
also, I know you've got also an EP out as well. Is that right? Some time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah. So
I've been releasing singles here and there.
Okay.
I plan to release an album at some point, but we'll see.
Okay. So what's next for you in terms of which festivals or
So I'm off to,
events you're going to be
I'm off to
going
Beautiful Days in August.
Okay.
Playing in the Bimberlin, and I've got a few other gigs and bits and bobs lined up.
Super.
So yeah, just keep an eye out on Facebook.
Will do. Okay, well it's good to talk to you, Jess. And,
Oh, it was lovely to talk to you
I'm
too.
sure we'll catch up with you again sometime. So you're here at Ocean City at Glastonbury, and we have Gecko, who's just finished his set. Fantastic set.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
How did you feel it went for you?
It was a lot of fun. Very nice. Lovely Devon audience. Yeah.
Yeah. So where do you take your music influences from?
All over the place. Like a lot of storytelling in music. So whether that's like someone like Randy Newman or Jamie T or Roots Maneuver, just an absolute mix of like narrative music is what kind of influences me. Yeah.
I guess you must take on quite a lot of experience from the events that you've been to. Hearing that sort of Glastonbury Festival and lots of other events like that. Is that that must have fired you up and influenced you in different ways? Do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, any gig you do is you gain experience. Like stage time is the most important thing to get as a musician because that's how you build up your craft to do it. Do you know what I mean? So anytime. So obviously a big stage like a Glastonbury, or like I was at last week, or Glas-Denbury like I'm at this week. I'm just at all the shows that sound like Glastonbury at the moment. Every show is different, but you could if you've got some sort of experience to use a stage, as long as the mic works, you'll be able to turn it into something.
Yeah, no, that's great. So do you find any of the bands at Glastonbury this year that you found were particularly good for you?
I mean, I was absolutely blown away by Stormzy's headline show. It was absolutely incredible. Such a moment, music history. You could just tell how excited he was to do it, how it like went all out, but was also bringing up loads of his community with him. That was an amazing thing. I'd say that was probably my highlight.
Sure, yeah. I mean, because that's where I was saying about getting influences from these sort of artists. And I know you've put out some music a little while ago. Are you planning to do the same? Are you going to put some more out there?
Yeah. So I did an album at the end of 2017, and then since then I've been like writing my next thing. So I played a few songs from my next project. But yeah, the album. It's going to be another album. I'm getting in the studio in August. To start recording it. I don't know exactly when it's going to be out, but it's the process is beginning.
I was going to say, you were saying you're right as well. So how do you find that? Again, you have to look for the influences there, and day-to-day experience, or where does that sort of come from?
I mean, it could come from anywhere really. Like one of the songs I played today. It was a song about this memory I have of just after I started primary school. I remember going back to nursery, and like I just really remember like all the nursery kids like sat in front of me, and me explaining to them what it's like to be in primary school. And I just remember feeling so grown up, and like I really knew what I was talking about. And I just suddenly I just had that memory, and I just thought it was so funny to imagine what I actually said in that situation after just being at primary school for like 2 weeks, being 5.
Oh, I know, and we all want to be 5 again, don't we?
Yeah, exactly. So that just came from that memory. I think potentially, like my brother's just had a baby, so potentially that was why I was particularly thinking about like starting school, all those kind of things. Sure. It's like, so that was kind of already in my head, but that was. So that can come from something like that. Can come from like anywhere really. It's kind of. Just a concept. If it hooks me, then I want to write a song about it.
And then just finally, I mean, how do you feel about the Glas-Denbury vibe here? Have you found it a good experience for you?
Yeah, I mean, so I just arrived today, this morning, and I've been doing as well as this gig. I'm doing at the moment a show for kids with a poet called Mole and Gecko. The show. It's like an interactive rap musical for children and families. So we went in, we got here. Had some food, ran there, did that show for kids, and then came straight here. And then we're doing it again afterwards, and then I'm excited to have a bit of an evening to kind of check out what's going on. I came here last year and really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Great. It was good to meet you, Gecko, and we'll speak again, I'm sure. Thank you very much.
Meet in the mental silence.
We're at Glas-Denbury, and we are with Emma. Hi, Emma.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So tell me a little bit more about the events and how Glastonbury came together.
Okay, well, Glastonbury started about 7 years ago. It was a PTA school event, actually. Just one stage, one bar to raise money for the school. and everyone in the village loved it. And so the following year I decided that we should continue it as a community project, and I continued to plan and go through the full licensing, etc., to make it kind of a full established event. And that was 2013, and then it's just gone from strength to strength. People love it, so we're thrilled.
Yeah, I mean, I can see when we entered it into the site that I can really feel the vibe. You know, it's got a real family vibe to it, but it's very colourful as well. And there's a lot going on. You can really taste the atmosphere as well.
So I have 5 children, and the oldest is now 22, coming up to 22. The youngest is 14, and as they were growing up, I had nowhere I could go where I could take them all somewhere where they'd all enjoy it. And I could take my parents and friends and everything, and I was really determined to make sure that Glastonbury was somewhere that all ages could come, that the children were happy, the teenagers were happy, the parents were happy, the babies were happy, grandma was happy. So I'm really passionate about giving people value for money. It's not just about putting in music and a bar and some food stalls. It's an experience, and it's learning, and also the acts and all the artists. It's a platform for people's passion. So whether you're a poet, a musician, whether you run a workshop, I'll give you a quick story. There's a young girl who volunteered for us last year, and she's come back this year, but we wanted a knitting area, and she set up the Knitting Fairy she's brought in her crew, she's brought everything in, she's decorated it, it's her own space. She's so thrilled with it, and I'm absolutely over the moon. And that's giving someone a platform for their passion and giving them the opportunity, because they wouldn't just be able to do that in any of the bigger festivals. We can do that, you know, and then they can grow with us. So that's kind of the ethos of Glastonbury, and it is colourful. I'm passionate about colour, passionate about love, and everyone being friendly and happy, and we have it, and I'm thrilled.
It's really a really great event. I know from talking to some of the festival goers and some of the performers as well, they really get a sense of getting the opportunity to have a platform. You know, speaking to some of the guys that particularly in the introducing area, where they're providing their talent on stage and getting a good vibe.
We have I think it's something like 96-97% Southwest performers on the stages. That's across all of the 7 stages, and we do obviously have 2 or 3 coming in from further afield. Some of the bigger artists do, but my passion is giving Southwest performers a platform, and also not just the music, but showing off the food, the people, the environment, and you know, 50-50 across females, males, and younger children, and you know, the stages are full of the youngsters on the emerging talent stage, BBC introducing, you know, and it is. I just think there's a place for it, and this is it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, one last thing. I'm just thinking about the people that work here, the people that help organise. You know, they really throw themselves into it. You know, from talking to the stage managers, are really helpful and you know, accommodating. To everybody walking around, they're always very smiley and chatty, and you know, really keeping that sort of vibe together. I really.
You know, there's something special when a group of people. I can't remember the phrase, and I wish I could remember it now, but it's amazing what people can do when they come together as a team. It's amazing what you can achieve. I plan it all year, and I have a vision, and I'm so lucky to have the most amazing group of friends. They're not a team. I mean, they are a team, but they're my friends, from the stage managers that are here every year with us. Sometimes we don't see them for the year, and they come back, and it's like meeting again at Christmas. And everybody has one passion, which is to make this the most fabulous weekend. And I know that most of them don't view it as work or a job, or it's just a chance to get back together with friends, create something special, create something for other people, and I think that's what life's about. You know, if you can do something for other people, if you can serve other people and make other people happy, then you can only have an amazing life. So
superb. No, thank you very much for your time as
well.
well.
Thank you for coming.
We'll
Hope
catch
you
you.
enjoy it.
Yeah, we'll catch you again sometime.
That's us all wrapped up and finished here from the Glas-Denbury Festival 2019. Really good experience. Huge thank you to Mo, sorted us out. Run a great event, really family friendly. I definitely recommend it. Anybody who's down this way next year, 100% come along. Really good price of tickets. Really great experience. Great bands there as well. We're here with Ocean City Radio. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys hopefully very soon.